Hey, this bitch on.
Rolex, cut it up. Rolex, buttercup.
It's time for the hottest radio show and podcast.
I just looked at my wrist, I got time today.
With DJ Preme. It's time for SHEF Radio. Yeah, sir. Welcome to Start Here NFR podcast, man. You already know it's your host, this flyer than most. DJ Preme is in the building. I got my next guest in the building. This might be one of the biggest guests that I've never had on this joint. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your girl, DJ CeeWatts. What up, y'all? What up?
For sure. I'm glad you in this joint, man.
Appreciate you.
Been hearing about you. I actually moved out here 3 years ago.
Okay.
The main DJs that I knew about female-wise, you, Ari, D-Baby.
Yeah. Rest in peace, D-Baby, my
For
girl.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So ended up getting Trey Stacks on here.
Yeah, my boy, Stacks.
For sure. And
yeah.
everybody was like, bro, you got to get CeeWatts on here. You got to get CeeWatts on here. I'm like, man, I know. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up coming to the basement, met you at the basement.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep,
you know what I'm saying? And then now you on SHEF Radio, man. Yep. So I appreciate you for coming through. For sure.
I love what you're doing. I'm loving the spotlight, the shining of, the DJs and just all the people behind the scenes that don't get a lot of recognition. You know?
Sure.
I love it.
That's what it's about. So you being a DJ, well, actually first, talk to me, because I was not here. I was here, but I wasn't able to meet her. But talk to me a little bit about D-Baby.
Oh, man, D-Baby, the young GOAT. One thing I loved about D-Baby was that she was so young and she wasn't afraid to go after what she wanted at such a young age. Sure. Me, I'm a little older. People don't know that. Well, some people, if you know me, you know, but a lot of people know I'm a little older. And it took me a while to really kind of get the courage to chase my passion and what I wanted to do. And for her to be so young and to go after what she wanted full throttle the way she went after, I think that's what inspired me as somebody even older, you know.
Yeah.
That was something that was really special about D-Baby. Yeah. Rest in peace, D-Baby.
Absolutely. R.I.P. D-Baby, man. I really unfortunately, like I said, I didn't get to meet her. I really wanted to. Unfortunately, that happened, but I think she was doing some great stuff for the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
great stuff
sure.
out here. Because the recognition she got was crazy.
Yeah, D-Baby wasn't even 25 yet. She was so young, and just to be able to be so recognized at such a young age, and she has so much more, I feel like, to accomplish, which is, kind of the sad part about it, but it's still inspiring just for young people to just get up and go after whatever you're passionate about.
Exactly. Now, Trey Stacks is the one that was really shout out my boy Trey Stacks.
Shout out Stacks.
Yeah, for sure. So he was basically like, hey, man, CeeWatts, you got to get CeeWatts on this joint. So he talked to me about how I think y'all work with In Crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was like, it's an alley-oop for y'all. You know what I'm saying? He open. And all you got to do is close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk to me about that relationship that you have with him and how easy it is, how easy he makes your job or whatever.
Shout out my boy Stacks. Me and Stacks, I think we worked together for a good 2 years. We went from with In Crowd at Space to Sakai to Basement. We were rocking with In Crowd for a minute now. And Stacks is just, he's real chill. So that's one thing I love about Stacks. He real chill. He go with the flow. So, and I come from another spot on Friday. So we do Fridays together, and he will open and I will close, but I'll be coming from another spot. And a lot of time DJs have to leave and go do other stuff. My boy Stacks will stay, hold it down, feel me? My boy be there about extra 20 minutes I get there, holding it down, keeping it lit, but not doing too much, giving good energy, but not going too crazy to where it's I gotta come in and work extra hard. So shout out my boy Stacks. I love you, Stack.
Hell yeah, no.
You don't find so many great openers, man. You just don't.
For sure. I actually witnessed that because I remember we had the round table. Irv got it, and Stacks was talking about how Stacks is good at opening to where Irv got it was like, man, CeeWatts will come in, she ain't gotta do nothing. She out on the side rolling the blunt, you know what I'm saying, just chilling. And I really witnessed this live. Went to the basement. Stacks. I got there as soon as Stacks was there. He opening, and I'm like, because I ain't gonna lie, so I didn't have a lot of opening music myself.
Okay.
So he opening, he playing music, and all of this music, most of it I knew, But I was like, damn, I ain't got that. So
Yeah.
y'all was working with the CDJs, and they had the little name of the song on there.
Yeah.
Every time he plays,
Yeah, you gotta get that opening music. Y'all gotta get in that bag, get that opening music. Everybody got the hits, of course, but
sure.
you gotta get the opening music, DJs. Come
sure.
on, man, like
absolutely,
got to,
absolutely. So
definitely.
I was taking a little picture. Hey,
Yeah,
okay,
definitely,
all
for
right,
sure.
Let me go ahead and get
got
that.
to.
And then CeeWatts came in, rolled a blunt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was just start killing that shit. I was like, yo, this is really like a motherfucking alley-oop. Like,
Yeah,
this
facts.
just threw it up.
Teamwork make the dream work, for sure.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So you are also Ken the Man's DJ.
Yes, shout out my girl Ken, the biggest Ken the
For
Man.
sure, for sure. Now, how did that come about?
Okay, so this is my story and I'm sticking to it. This is my story and I'm sticking to it. I have been DMing Kentavia. She gonna swear I haven't, but I was DMing her when I first, like around the time I first met her. I'd be like, if you need a DJ, hit me up. I felt like she already had a DJ. She did already have a DJ. That's what she already had a DJ at the time. And Ken, if you know her, she's a very loyal person.
Sure.
She's not gonna X you out unless you really give her a reason to. So she had a DJ at the time, and I kind of, I respected it, but I'm just like, if you ever need, a DJ, hit me up. And eventually, like, that was probably like 2019, 2020, I probably would DM her. And then 2021 came around and she had the offer to go to Rolling Loud. And she still hadn't hit me back about being a DJ. But I'm really cool with her manager, Cooley. So I would always tell Cooley, too, like, if she need a DJ, like, what with me?
Yeah.
So we were actually at Domain one Thursday. We was doing Domain Thursdays with Molly the Beauty. Shout out my girl, Molly. We were doing Domain Thursdays, and Ken was hosting. She came. I turned that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she came. I was closing. I turned it up, had her lit. After that night, Cooley texted me, was like, Ken wants you to be her DJ for Rolling Loud. This was like 2021, I think.
Damn.
And then, after that, we've been locked in. That's my girl.
Yeah.
She fired me every other day, but that's my girl.
Not every other day. Nah, that's funny because, she's from Houston, right?
Born and raised.
Okay.
Born and raised.
So me not being from Houston, I remember I got a prom. I DJ'd a prom 2021, I believe. And these kids, they came up to me and was like, can you play some Ken the Man?
That's funny.
I was like, who? Because I didn't know. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Man was like, Ken the Man, play the He Be Like.
Yeah.
Now, I heard that song before.
Okay, you just didn't know who it was.
I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, so when I played it, I was like, bro, I heard this song at the club.
Yeah.
And I was like, they listening to this shit?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I thought this was like one of them one-offs or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I'm playing it. These kids is rapping this shit. And I'm like, all right, let me go look up who the hell this is. And I looked her up. I was like, oh, she's from Houston. Yeah. And as I thought. I was like, she's from Houston. And I looked up some of her music and all of this other stuff. I was like, oh, she litty.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. He Be Like was like one of her first singles to really, really pop out. But Kim been doing it for a minute. Like, she's been grinding for a minute. People, I don't know if they realize that, but my girl been putting in work for a minute. She's just now starting to get the recognition. I feel like some of the recognition she deserves. But she been putting in work for a minute.
Yeah. She just got signed to Rock Nation.
Rock Nation, yep.
You went to the joint?
Mm-hmm. I went with her to, that's my, like, me and Kim, one thing I love about our relationship is not just like a DJ artist relationship. Like, we're really cool.
That's
like, you know
good.
what I'm saying? So I support her no matter what. So I went with her to New York, did the signing and everything.
How was that?
It was a blast. We had a blast. We always have a blast. Every time we go out, we travel, we have a blast. Like, it was fun. It was a great experience. Got to meet some, important people. So it's fun.
Y'all got a tour coming up, right?
Yes. We're going on tour in 2 weeks. Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that.
This is our first tour for both of us. So this is gonna be interesting. Like, this is a first tour. She's doing it by herself, you know what I'm saying? No other artists. So I don't even think the label really has anything to do with this. This is her. This is all Ken doing her own thing. So yeah, if you see we in your city, pop out.
You
show
better
some
show
love,
up for
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? Show us some love.
You know how many dates y'all doing?
We're gonna be going for about 3 or 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know how many days. Maybe like 10, 12.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Now, have you done like performances with her and stuff like that?
Yeah, we be getting it out the mud. Me and my girl did it all. We did Rolling Loud. We've done huge festivals. We've done small little shows. We've done it all. Like, we've done a lot.
So what's your favorite? Because I have an artist as well. We haven't done a lot of big stuff. Mm-hmm. We've done some stuff.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part about that? I guess you could say you're performing with the artist. What's your favorite part about that?
To be honest, I guess being like Ken's friend, I just love seeing them react to her, to know her and her personality, and to see her get on stage and be so loved by those people. I think that's what I love, the genuine love that people have for her.
Yeah.
You know, and for her talent is what I love. And we have good chemistry. Like, I remember one time, actually, it was funny. We did Summer Jam. I don't know if you know Summer Jam. Summer Jam. Shout out to Tim, my boy Tim.
Yeah.
We did Summer Jam this past year, and what's funny is I got this thing where sometimes I'm nervous and then sometimes I'm not. Like, it just depends. Like, like big crowds, like sometimes I'm nervous and sometimes I'm not. You'll never know because I don't show it, but sometimes I'm hella nervous, sometimes I'm not. For some reason, I was DJing Summer Jam. I had my own set, and I had to do a set with Ken. And I'm killing it, doing my set. She come on. For some reason, I fuck up. Like, we did our set. The song, I played one of the songs in the set, and then my arm touched or something, and it fucked up the whole track to the point I had to run it back. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, wow, I'm done. I'm done. My career is done. It's over. She's gonna fire me.
Oh,
like,
man.
so, you know, Ken, of course, she's an artist, so she like get on the mic. She be like, she like run it back, whatever. She finesse.
Oh, this is during her set.
This is doing her set.
Okay.
Not my set. If it's my set, I don't
shit.
give a fuck. I can. That's my biggest thing with an artist. Like, I don't want to fuck up your set. This is not my moment. This is your moment.
This is your shit. Yeah, I
I'm
feel the
here
same way.
to support you. So I fucked up. And I'm all the dancers too, but we all cool. Like, the dancers, and they got their routine, they doing it. I fuck up everybody's moment. Like, I'm like, I do something to where, like, I hit the board somewhere. The board was fucked up is what it was, because Rogers was there, and he had to end up, like, helping me, like, while I'm DJing and fix something, because it was something with the board was fucked up.
Okay.
The song goes back to start. Like, it goes, we in the middle of this, it goes back. So Ken's a perfect, like, she gets it. She just gets on the mic and, like, run it back, whatever. After the set, I'm like, I'm on fire. Like, she didn't even really care. She like, girl, what?
Yeah.
No, I don't even care. She like, girl, we fuck up all the time. Like, you know, we family. Like, it's cool. But me, in my head, like, that one thing, I think I just got over that maybe a week ago. And Summer Jam was a while ago. I am very hard on myself. Like, I do not play.
For real. I feel that because I had this one time, I was at the address. I talked to Justo about this shit, I think. And I didn't know when you press A on your keyboard that it goes back. It plays the song backwards. And this was like 2020.
Yeah.
This happened. Like October of 2020 for sure. I remember that. It was my first time DJing at the address, and I'm killing it.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm because Justo was like, "You a typer?" I was like, "Hell no."
Yeah.
After this, because I'm typing this shit. I hit A. That motherfucker start playing. I panicked
Because you didn't know what was
I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I didn't know that by fixing it, all you gotta do is press Q.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
so I was like, "Oh shit!" And the song was just playing backwards, and I was like, "Fuck!" I just unplugged it.
You just unplugged? Oh my god!
I just fucking panicked. I just unplugged the shit. I fucking shut Serato down. I reopened it. And then a dude from the back, he came back. He was like, "Yo, what's going on?" I was like, "Shit, I don't know what happened." I was like, "Y'all board fucked up or something." I was like, "I'm trying to get this shit back." And I was like, "Yeah, no." I was like, "Yo, I fucked."
As a
this shit
DJ,
up.
you're gonna fuck up. Like,
Absolutely.
it's going to happen. The best thing I can say, and what I learned over the career, is don't panic. Do not panic.
Yeah.
If you fuck up or if something fucks up, don't panic. Breathe and figure it out and move on. The crowd will be okay.
Yeah,
they will be fine. I promise you.
Yeah. I think that's just the shittiest and weirdest part.
Yeah.
Is like when you may have some shit going good.
Yeah.
And then just the music stops.
Fucks
and
up the vibe.
And it's just like it's silent.
Yeah.
Because if the music going and people may be singing along to it or whatever, or if they not, they just kind of vibing, chilling with it, and then the music just shuts off.
Everybody's looking at you.
Everybody.
It's like they don't notice you, and then all of a sudden, all eyes on you.
Facts.
Like, god damn,
Facts.
it's crazy. It's crazy. That's why you gotta have a good MC too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Kane.
About Kane?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kane is, everybody knows Kane is the nigga of Houston when it comes to MCs. He's been doing this shit. Like, I think Kane could probably lay in the bed and MC while he sleep. Like, that's how good he is. Like, it's nothing. You know
Everybody say he the GOAT, man.
Yeah, like, you got some people out here. MCing may look easy, because I think people think you just getting on the mic and just talking, but it's not just that. It's more to it than that. To me, if you're going to MC, you need to be valuable, because the DJ really can do it.
Yeah.
The DJ really can get on the mic and control the crowd. If you're going to replace the DJ as, you know, the voice of, you need to be valuable.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if a lot of MCs, I don't know if they realize that. I think they just think they got the mic and it's like, it is like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I feel it because I done seen some MCs I ain't never worked with only MC I've ever worked with was Walt Weezy.
Okay, yeah. Shout
And he was
out my boy
cool.
Walt Weezy, yeah.
But I have seen an MC like do terrible, and I'm like, you could have the DJ do this.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
When I get a terrible MC, I'm like, I can do this. Like, I don't need you to do this. And I'm not big on, like, I'll talk on the mic because it does enhance it, but if I have a good MC, I would prefer to use the MC.
Yeah.
Like, I'm giving you the mic, do your thing.
For sure.
But if I feel like you fucking up the vibe, like, I could do that. Like, you could go home. Like,
you can go.
like,
nah, for
you
real.
just on this whole screaming, doing nothing. Like, what? I hate it.
Nah, I think Cowboy cool. Like, I met him at the basement. I was like, okay, this nigga kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Quinn, shout out my boy Quinn.
I heard about him too. Beezy, go crazy.
I don't know. Beezy didn't transform to DJ, but that's a hell of an MC. That's that's a hell of an MC. Shout out my boy Major too.
Okay.
Me and Major be rocking the address on Sundays. That's my boy.
Okay.
Yeah,
for sure. That's what's up. I had another question. I just fucking lost it. Jesus Christ. It had something to do with. I could have swore I just had. Yeah. Okay. That's what it was. So me as a DJ, I decided, especially after I got here, I was like, okay, I'm in a new city, whatever. But I seen that there was so many DJs. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have to figure out some way to stand out from the rest of you motherfuckers. Because we all got the same music.
Right.
Most people can scratch. But niggas don't really care about that in the club.
They don't.
Transitions, you know, you can probably stand out doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
But what else is gonna make me be like I'm different than the rest of you motherfuckers? So I decided to get auto-tune in my mic.
Okay, I see you say that on one. I was watching one of you.
Shit's crazy.
That. You know what's funny? High C does effects on his. I've heard him. I don't know if he does it all the time, but I've heard High C use effects on his voice when he DJs.
Shit's different.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. When I first used it, I was like, this shit it's either gonna go great or this shit's gonna go terrible. Because people gonna either be like, that's dope, or turn that shit the fuck off.
Does that not take up a lot of like space and RAM on your computer though?
Nah, so I don't use my computer. I actually have something separate that I bring. I got a
okay, smart.
Yeah, I got it's called a Zoom V6. So it's a vocal processor.
Okay.
So I can get auto tune. Yeah, I can get auto tune, effects, all this other shit.
Okay, nice.
So turned it on one time. I was at chemistry doing after hours, and I was like, all right, we're gonna see how this shit go.
Yeah.
Turn that motherfucker on. I was just like, yeah. Said in the mic, everybody was like,
they gotta get used to it.
The fuck? And I was like,
right.
I don't know if they. I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know if they. Let's try it again.
Right.
So I did it again. I was like, and they was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
When I was like, oh, I think they fucking with it.
Yeah.
And then these two guys came up to me. They was like, yo, is that auto tune on your mic? I was like, yeah. They was like, that shit hard. I was like, let's go.
Exactly.
I was like, yeah, they fucking with it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, they fucking with it.
Yeah.
But no, I really do use it to try to stand out, try to be different than everybody else. Some people, bro, some people notice it. Most people really don't even notice.
Yeah, they don't. They probably just think that's how you sound. They probably do, yeah.
Especially when you do some late shit and everybody's drunk, nobody notices it.
Oh, yeah, they don't, yeah.
They just like, okay, you know, on the mic. But when I ain't gonna lie, I do like it when some people notice. They be like, yo, nigga, how the fuck you do that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't give away the sauce, but
just know.
Just know.
Yeah.
Your favorite DJ can't do this.
Facts. No, facts,
you know
facts,
what I'm saying?
facts.
So yeah. When'd you actually start DJing?
2017. So that's 6 years ago.
What got you into it?
I've always loved music. Always. I was the kid with the mixtapes, the kid with the crashing every computer I got because I'm downloading on LimeWire. Yeah. I was just the kid like I'm always like just looking for music. Like that's just always been my thing. That's always been a passion of mine. So I honestly never thought I would be a DJ. I just woke up one day and was like, I'm going for it, and I went for it and it worked out. So here I am.
What was your first board?
The little SB, the small, the $250 one. What's
SB3?
SB3.
That's what I got right now.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
What's funny is I seen Rogers one time close with SB3. I remember when I first started DJing. This man walked in with an SB3, killing it. I'm like, this man can do anything.
So I actually, no, for real. So I actually got I had the Flex 10. I ordered it, and I didn't have it in my possession, but I did order it. I ordered it back in April. Yeah. And the shit wasn't going to be here till October.
Right.
But then I was like, well, I found this place to do a huge Chef Radio production at from 100 episode. Shout out my 100 episode coming out. So I was like, they was basically like, yeah, it's gonna cost X amount of dollars, and that money that they was saying it was gonna cost, I was like, well, either you gonna keep this Flex 10 or you gonna invest in Chef Radio.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I already got a board.
Yeah.
So
can I be honest with you about the board thing? I still DJ off my SR2. I
don't think that's a problem.
I literally, if the club doesn't have board, because most of the clubs I DJ at all have controllers of their own. If I'm at Crew doesn't have a controller, I bring my SR2. The crowd probably think you playing music on a laptop. Matter of fact, they do think you, because they be like, they request a song, they be like, it's on Apple Music. They think you playing off your phone or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
so
I don't
I'm
know
like,
what the fuck they think.
people be thinking like the biggest and baddest board is not doing you any favors. Like you can kill it. I've killed it off a mixer. I've DJed at Sakai when I've been at Sakai and they just had a mixer and I just was going back and forth using the mixer. So you don't need the biggest and baddest board.
You don't.
Like, you need the talent is what you need.
That's a fact.
That's what you need.
That's a fact. I know that certain people look at me a certain way with the shit, and I kind of like got over that. Yeah. But especially when I remember when I came out here, I think it was 2021. I was DJing at Atomic Bottle. I walked in. It was a section. So you DJ at Atomic, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a section literally right in front of the booth, and I'm walking in. There's no DJ there. I'm the one and only DJ for the night. Yeah. And the section, they're like staring me fucking down, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck, like. What's going on? And it was, so when I set up, I'm doing the shit. I start DJing, killing it. It was a guy and a girl. He comes up to me, but he comes up to me like with his girl. He's like, hey, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, killing this shit. Yeah. I didn't think you was. Yeah. Because you came in here with this small ass board.
That's crazy.
And I was like, yo.
That's crazy. Judging the nigga off his board is crazy.
I was like, yo.
Crazy.
I'm sorry. And I was like, at the time, you know what I'm saying? This is what I could afford. I could afford my
You can literally DJ that. Because the bigger you get as a DJ, most of the spots are going to have boards. So you really don't. And the way these boards, I probably got like 5 boards at home and 4 of them don't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because liquor spillages or just technical issues. Like, so I stick with my SR2 because it's the most reliable and the most faithful. Like, I just bought a Rain 4. It's cool. It's too big though. I can't be lugging that motherfucker around. It's too big. I just use it at home like to practice and stuff. Yeah. My SR2, my baby, is coming with me everywhere.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that SB3, it done been through some shit.
I'm already knowing.
Hey, shout out that boy No Limit. He using that motherfucker right now too.
Shout out to you, No Limit, because hey, fuck it, do your thing. Man.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, when I seen him at Nomad DJing off of that, killing that shit, I said, oh, you doing it? You using this too?
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah, I don't feel as
bad.
Yeah, for sure. Nomad goes stupid. Shout out everybody that be going crazy up there. Absolutely. So you talked to me. You just kind of hinted at something when you said drink spillages and shit like that. You know, people maybe coming up to the booth, all of that. What is the thing that you hate the most about being a DJ?
Ooh, that's a hard question because I probably got like 20 things. I'm not a people person, so I don't like people on me staring at me. Can I be honest with you too? I'm not like a person like that really cares for attention like that. So when they come up to me with like the camera and they like recording for the night, I hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I'm like, in my head, I'm DJ. I'm like, get the camera out of my face. I'm just not that girl. Like, I don't care for attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to put me on the video. Like, I don't care about all that. Like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of people around me. If you didn't come with me, I'm not really, like, just because you think you know the promoter, you think you the promoter cousin or something, you think you're supposed to stand at the booth. Like, no. Go in the promoter section.
No, for real. For real.
I hate a bunch of people at the booth. I hate a bunch of people standing up on me. Like, I hate it. Like, if you're not with me, if you didn't come walk in the door with me or I didn't personally invite you, like, it's really no reason. Fuck on. Yeah, or you're not the MC or the light sound dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What is you doing up here?
No, real question. No, I really want to know. Like, for you people, like, I'm going to look at the camera. For the people that be at the booth and you have no reason, you're not contributing in any way, why are you there?
Look cool.
Drop it in the comments.
Look cool, maybe. Shit, I don't know, bro.
Buy a section, buy a bottle, go to the bar. This is not a section. The DJ booth, I know we've said it many times, the DJ booth is not a section.
At all. We out here working.
We are working. It's a job. I don't think people realize that, though.
It is a job.
I think they think we just out there, like, playing music.
Playing music. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we working.
That's the most disrespectful part.
The
to
whole
me.
thing is disrespectful. As a DJ, it gets real disrespectful, but
No, for
that's
real.
the conversation for another day. It gets very disrespectful.
Like, nah, for real. I personally don't. So I done been through some trials and tribulations out in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's like on some ridiculous shit. I mean, fighting for my money, fighting for a spot.
Imagine being a woman.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know that you probably got it 10 times worse. Especially before you became CeeWatts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say I did. I did in certain instances, but a lot of times I'm the type to remove myself quickly from situations where I don't feel respected. So I've only really I've been blessed to work with people that respect me and always pulling for me to get the respect that I deserve. So even from day one working at like Live Oak, like shout out Crystal, DL, Chris, all the people at Live Oak, like they really pulled for me to be respected even when I wasn't pulling for myself to be respected. So that's a big thing though. Being a female in this industry is stressful, but it's
Was it a lot of times where you felt like you was either being disrespected or you had to fight for your pay a little bit more, you had to fight for this, you had to fight
even
for
today
that?
I do. I feel like I do sometimes. So it's like people think, I don't know who people think I am, but I'm like, I feel like I have a long way to go, people. I feel like I'm nowhere near anything that I'm, that I'm able to accomplish. I feel like this is a scratch on the surface of, who I'm gonna be. So I'm like, I'm definitely still fighting for my respect, still fighting, and a lot of times it be from other females. It's very weird.
Damn.
It's very weird. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I didn't I don't know, like I think I got an easy button on my forehead or something that I can't see because niggas think they can just play
It's
with.
probably because they don't know you though.
I think that's it.
The
You
one
know
thing
what
about
I'm saying?
Houston is a very cliquish city.
Oh, for sure.
So if you're not in the clique or you don't know anybody in the clique that can vouch for you, it's like they don't respect you.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like high school, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's the business.
Cause now I will say, so I was DJing and I'll say this because y'all already know, but I was DJing at FYC. I don't know if you know the story.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay, so I went out there. Shout out to Tay.
My boy Tay Mitch. Shout out Tay Mitch.
No, not
but
Tay
shout out
Mitch.
to- I fuck
No,
with Tay.
no. I'm gonna tell you. No, I don't fuck with Tay Mitch, and everybody knows it, and I'm gonna tell you why. No, Tay, the DJ. Yes, ma'am, the DJ.
Oh yeah, my girl Tay. Shout out Tay. That's my
Yeah.
girl. Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Yeah,
I fuck with
so-
yes, ma'am.
I was DJing at Ghost when they first opened, and
Ghost the new spot.
Ghost Bar. So Tay was a bartender up there.
Okay, I didn't know.
And I was up there killing this shit like that. And I ended up just having a conversation with her off to the side, and she was, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then she asked if I could DJ at FYC one night. And I was like, yeah. And at this time, I'm starving.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, it's gonna be this much money or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. So went up there, did it. I think I was like maybe 10 to 15 minutes into my set. They was like, you want to come back next week? I was like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. So I was told that I was going to get paid
X
amount of dollars the following Tuesday because I DJ'd on a Thursday. So I was going to get paid the next week on a Tuesday. So I was like, all right, cool. Call Tay Mitch, text him, didn't get the money. So I was like, all right. So I pulled back up on Thursday. I was like, before I even set up, I need this bread.
That's okay,
So,
yeah.
All right, cool. So he comes up to me, gives me a check.
Yeah.
I put the check in my pocket. I didn't look at the check.
Yeah.
Because I had been told by multiple people.
That this is what it was gonna be.
It wasn't even that. It was like, Tay Mitch good people. He ain't gonna do you wrong. Da, da, da. All right, cool. I've been told this by DJs.
Yeah.
So I
I
was
would
like,
probably been one of them.
for sure. So then I go home. I look at the check. Check's fucking wrong. I was like, okay. But I couldn't even cash it because it was like literally written wrong. So I was like, okay, well, that's a problem. So call him, text him, not answering. Now I've done 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And I still have gotten no money. And it was like, all right, show up the next week. I was like, I really don't want to at this point.
Yeah.
But okay. So I showed up the next week, but I didn't DJ. He was closed. He was like, I'm gonna just write you the check. Write the check. Okay, cool. He gives it to me. He says, I'm gonna date. It's like a Thursday. He said, I'm gonna date it for Monday because I gotta move some bread around.
Right.
That's red flag number 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So Monday comes. I take it to Chase. Chase says, oh, this is not dated for another like week and a half out. I was like, okay. Call, text, Tay Mitch. Still no response. Red flag number 12.
Yeah.
So then that date that the check is supposed to go through, the check bounces.
Yeah.
No bread. This is end of April, May, right? No bread, no hearing from Tay Mish.
Yeah.
FYC shuts down. All right, whatever. So then a couple weeks ago, I see FYC's back open. Hold on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right. So I was like, I didn't text him. I didn't say nothing. I made a video on Chef Radio, and actually I made this video. I was like, hey, I don't really do this often, but I need to let everybody know what the fuck really going on. So I made a video talking, like bashing FYC and Tay Mitch. And the video ended up getting like hella views, hella comments. And this is like within 15 to 20 minutes. He comments and says, hey, you deserve to get paid. Send me your Cash App or some shit. Then text me. Finally, after I've sent them 35,000 messages, it was like, hey, send your Zelle. He pays me. I was like, was it that motherfucking easy? All I had to do was come on my motherfucking platform and say something about your ass, and you was gonna give me my motherfucking bread? Because niggas was on his head.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
And I appreciate everybody that did that.
I think if we, as DJs, start calling out spots that don't pay us more, it'll put the pressure on them to pay us.
Oh,
because I feel like
sure.
as a DJ, we all have a spot that still owes us money. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure as a DJ, we have a spot that either still owes us money or had owed us money for a long time and took forever to settle. So as a DJ, we need to make a page somewhere where we can all just start writing spots that owe us money.
Hey, shout out to DJ Gutter, because he was saying that shit. He was like, hey, if y'all got y'all some bread, somebody that owe y'all some bread, y'all might as well take y'all ass to Preme Chef Radio and just talk your shit and talk your shit about them.
You need to do a segment where all the DJs just come on and start naming bars that owe us money. Let's see what really start happening around this.
Oh God, hey, because I made that shit. Niggas was on his head reposting it, commenting and shit like, hey, get that nigga Preme his bread, blase, and I kid you, within 15 to 20 minutes, that nigga gave me the bread.
I know that's right.
I was like,
I know that's right. The internet,
I said,
hated or love it, but hey man, it could make some things shake.
I said, damn, I didn't even think I had that much pull. Hold on. I was like, y'all fuck with me like that. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
DJs, we stick together.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like that, like I feel like it's competitive, but at the same time, we know what each other, we all go through. So when it comes to like payment and stuff, we try to stick together and like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pay your DJs, man. God.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Or don't hire them. It's very simple. Like it's a simple thing. I don't understand. We're contract workers. People like we have families and mouths to feed. Like what the fuck is going on?
I always say this: the DJ is the most important person in the room.
I don't understand why that's debatable though.
It's not debatable.
But people will debate
until people try.
Yeah.
There's no way anybody else is more important.
I just don't understand. It's become debatable. I don't see why it's debatable, but I don't understand. It's like
you have to understand, as a person that's not a DJ from the outside looking in, the DJ is the most powerful person. Number one, we are able to turn a spot up. We are able to make motherfuckers leave.
Either one.
Because
if we
I'm
unplug
trash
and walk off, everybody's gonna turn and look at the DJ booth. And
what the fuck are you doing? And they out.
But we are the most. I really feel like we are the most disrespected next to what
Absolutely.
The bar back. Like we are at the level of the damn bar backs a lot of the times, depending on where you work. Like they will treat you like a bar back. But you know what's funny? I find that that's really only in the urban community.
Oh, for sure.
The other communities don't treat their DJs like that. They treat their DJs as artists. Now, granted, some of them are artists. That's the thing that's the gap between EDM and hip hop DJs. EDM DJs are artists, and they get treated like that.
Yeah.
We get treated like
shit.
Barbacks.
Yeah, we do. It's ridiculous, and
between the valet, between trying to get somebody in the door, you got like what? Yeah. What do you mean? Like it's a disrespectful. Like you really have to love what you do to keep showing up every day and be doing this shit for years. Like you know what I'm saying? Because it's mentally it could drain you. It could drain you.
And that's why at one point when I wasn't doing a lot of club shit, I was doing more private events. I was like, bro, I fuck with it. Number one, I fuck with the private events a little bit more because they was paying me what I was asking for.
They're way more professional.
That, and then not only that, I actually got respected. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they was feeding me. Oh, you need this, you need that. Oh, for sure. I'll take this, I'll take that. Tips, all that shit. I'm like, I fuck with this. Yeah. But I go to the club. It's, bro, like, I just don't understand how, because I always say this, let the motherfucking club be going stupid and Serato start acting up and that motherfucker crash.
Right.
You're done. Like,
well, I'm not gonna lie to you. That happens to me way too often for some reason. I don't know what I got on my computer, but that should be happening to me a lot. But I've gotten to the point, like I was saying earlier, like I've gotten to the point I do not panic. If Serato crashes or shit shut off, I'm not back there panicking. Yeah. I'm chilling. Like if I'm like, okay, give me a minute, I'm gonna figure this shit out. To the point, most of the time the promoters don't even text me what's wrong because they know if something happened, I'm either gonna fix it real quick or we'll have the MC talk for a little bit. Like that's why I say get you a good MC or be good on the mic because Serato's going to crash at some point. It's going to crash, and it's probably going to crash at the height at 1 o'clock in the morning
for sure
when shit is going crazy. So just don't panic. Like I've had, like I said, even with Ken, like I've had shit happen. Like you cannot panic. You panic, they're gonna panic.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by like us just being the most important person. Like it kills. Number one, it may kill the vibe, but we out here making sure the bartenders is getting tipped.
Yep.
The bottle girls is getting tipped. You know what I'm saying? Tip your so and so. Tip this, tip that. Do this, do that. I need everybody in here to buy a motherfucking bottle. Yeah. I need every section. You know what I'm saying? Like we're bringing y'all the money in and the vibes and all this other shit, and you can't even like that boy Cinco made a great fucking point. He said, "Damn, I'm not even worth a bottle." Sometimes, like I said, "Damn, that's a motherfucking fact." One bottle. Like, damn, I ain't worth one bottle.
To fight for $300. $300 to me, that is. I feel like that should be minimum for opening. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like I feel like 300 should be minimum for opening because I feel like opener. I don't think people realize openers are important as well. If you have an opener come in and they skiing, bitch, let's do it. Finito, all like they going crazy. That's gonna ruin the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So you need a good opener. Like I just don't think people realize the value that we bring in. I think a lot of it though we got to blame ourselves because a lot of us are selling ourselves like cheap hookers on the street, and we have got to stop doing that.
So I'm glad you said that. I have a perspective. So I feel like, and I'm gonna go back to what you said, like everybody selling themselves short and shit like that. I said that I believe everybody should get paid a minimum of $100 an hour as a DJ, and this is why I say this. Now I don't think you, me, Trey Stacks, everybody else should get the 100. We maybe should get more. Rogers, all of them niggas. So the reason why I say even the shittiest nigga should get 100 is because he or she is still the most important person in the room, but they still are gonna play what needs to be played.
For sure.
They may not mix it well, they may not scratch well, they may not do everything else, but as a consumer, you don't give a fuck about that.
Even the promoters, they don't be knowing some of them probably do, but a lot of these promoters don't even know. So I'm like, people don't really know. Only people that know like scratching and all that other shit is other DJs. Like nobody else really knows or cares.
Exactly. So it's like I feel like the shittiest nigga still gonna play ski.
Yeah.
He's still gonna play Pound Town. He's still gonna play all of that. Fuck you mean? He gonna play all of that other shit. So it's like the nigga may just end up being a playlist, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like even then, because it's, again, you still the most important person in the room, but I feel like if that was established, because everybody always talking about, well, you got new DJs coming in, they take the minimum and shit like that. I said on one of my other episodes, when I first got out here, I talked to one of the first people I hit up was DJ Cook. And I said,
shout out my boy Cook.
Absolutely, shout out Cook. So I was like, if there was an establishment here that said everybody takes a minimum of 100 an hour, then Cook would have been like, "Hey, Preme, welcome to Houston, blase, just so you know, out here we only take 100 an hour minimum.
Yeah.
So if anybody ever try to say anything less, don't fucking take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that way everybody out here eating.
That's true, but I feel like it's too big of a city. It's too competitive. You got people that they just want to work, man. Like I get it. Listen, when I first started, I've done gigs probably 4 or 5 hours for $200. I was not above it because I wanted to get my name out there. I was just trying to get in the spot. I've done it. I've definitely done it.
Me too.
But once I started getting in these clubs and I realized, because also it's a learning thing. Another thing is people don't realize there's no DJ school for real. Like a lot of us are getting out here. We're learning from other DJs. I learned from YouTube. I went to YouTube University. So like most of the things I learned are from there. So people got to understand there's no place that says, hey, like you say, like this is the minimum DJs get paid. It's very regional because depending on where you live, it's going to different, like
for
where
sure.
you work. Alabama DJs, Mississippi DJs might not be getting what the Houston DJs get. You know what I'm saying? So like you're from what? Kansas
City? Yeah.
They might not pay out there what they'll pay here. So you didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll come out here thinking maybe $50 an hour is cool.
It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're right. Like, it does need to be some type of understood thing. I just don't know how we could go about that because it's so competitive and there's so many of us coming from all over just jumping in this game. Yeah. Looking for work.
I think
but I can tell you right now, Houston has the money, babe. $100 an hour, you're not asking for a lot. You're not asking for a lot, and that's just coming from somebody who's been doing this for 6 years and worked at pretty much every club in the city. You're not asking for a lot for $100 an hour. Even if you've only been DJing a year or two, you're not asking for a lot.
Thank you.
Do not let these people lowball you.
Thank you. I got it.
I don't care.
I got no. I could tell who they is because I don't really fuck with them. Yeah. Chemistry Group. Oh my God. They fucking hit me up to DJ at Skybox a month ago. Well, it might be 2 months ago now.
Shout out to Skybox. I think I'm there on Sundays now.
Oh my God. They hit me because I used to DJ at Chemistry Lounge or whatever. Mm-hmm. And this was a year ago, like actually probably around a year ago this time, I was actually doing the motherfucking after hours, 4 hours for the 150. Okay. Dumb nigga. Yeah. So whatever. But I stopped doing that shit. Mm. So they hit me and was like, "Hey, we need you to do the 10 to 2 on this day for $100."
Yeah, I don't even respond to that. It's people that I'm not gonna lie. It's people that's been in my DMs this year talking about 10 to like 3 hours for one. I don't even respond to stuff like that because at the end of the day, you can't be talking to me. So
like, bro, what is you talking about? Yeah, like 4 hours for 150?
What are you gonna do with 150, babe? First of all,
$100 actually.
And don't let them charge for valet. So now you only getting what 130.
For real. And what really pissed me off? So I was talking to Justo about the KC takeover. Mm. That whole weekend, I was pissed the fuck off because this is my city here. Right. I'm like, bro, I want to fucking DJ.
Of course. Now, you know the music better than all of us probably.
Thank you. I'm like, bro, because I know that Justo had to get the music from the people that was coming up to him like, hey, play this, play that, play this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that was there. And what really pissed me off about that whole weekend was it was Houston promoters and Kansas City promoters, and I knew some of them, but then it was like the KC motherfuckers. I didn't know them, but I knew I had people in my corner that knew them and was like, hey, I got so and so. He live in Houston. He from KC. Right. Book the nigga. Right. They was like, well, we not gonna book the nigga. We gonna go with so and so. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, whatever. But the last day of the takeover, Sunday night, they was at Parma, Taboo, and I got a call. I got a text. Says, hey, I need you to come DJ at Parma 10 to 2. They already got the outside full. We need somebody on the inside to bring more people in the club. I was like, all right, cool. What's the pay? Oh, we're not paying you nothing. Nigga, then I'm not showing up.
They would have never heard. I would even responded.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why would you? It's like a time thing, even just like my time. Like, why do you think that I have to get out my bed, come bring equipment to come do something for free?
And I remember
crazy.
I remember Lil Zach was and so was Justo talking about certain opportunities you may want to take, but
for sure.
But damn,
that's not that big of an opportunity.
That's not that big of an opportunity. No. Like, yes, I get it. It's my city and some more shit, and I knew it was gonna be a lot of people there that was from my city. But I'm not. Number one, I'm not doing it because you want me to do it for free. Right. It's 4 hours.
Right. That's nothing.
Maybe I would have did. Maybe I would have did too. Or some shit like that. Yeah. But you want me to do 4 hours. And then you tell me that you need me on the inside because you need to bring more motherfuckers in the club.
So you
making money. You telling me that you making money.
You telling me I need you to work for free so we can make money. Boy, fuck y'all. I'm serious. Fuck y'all.
What is you talking
y'all
tripping.
about? Like, nah, no way.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a fight to the death. To this day, 2023 DJs still having to fight for our rights. This shit is crazy.
This shit is ridiculous.
This shit is crazy.
No, I said, and this will never work, but I said for one weekend, all DJs in Houston need to go on a strike and fuck the clubs up.
We would never do that. It's too many of us.
It's too many. Too
many of us, and there's somebody gonna do it for $50 free. Somebody's gonna do it.
I know, and that's the shittiest part because I'm like, yo, if we really did that, I just said 2 days. Yeah. Saturday and Sunday, because you got Sunday fun day. Saturday's gonna always go crazy. Right, yeah. But if every DJ was like, you know what, we ain't gonna show up because we want to get paid X amount of dollars, a minimum X amount of dollars. Everybody.
We need a DJ union.
Yeah, facts. Facts. I was like, yo, I'm like, that would.
Hey, what they did? UPS did it. Now them boys getting like $100K plus a year.
You see that writer strike going on in Hollywood right now?
Get their money now.
Hey, come on, DJs, let's do it. I'm trying to get paid. Y'all niggas is getting paid.
In Houston? Boy, hell no. They have niggas come from out of town to DJ just to take our spots. That's how desperate niggas in this city. Boy, no. I don't know. I would love to see it, but I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Speaking of taking spots.
Yeah.
It's crazy how your spot can get taken so quick.
Yeah. You have to, hey, I've taken spots, so I know how it is.
I have too.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, it's like, I need this bread.
True, but it's a lot of times I don't really look at it as taking spots. I just feel like if you're supposed to be there, you'll be there. If not, for whatever. Because it's people that's taking my spots, and I haven't looked at it like you taking my spot. I've looked at it like, first of all, I probably don't even really want to work there anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really look at it like that.
Have you ever had somebody fill in for you, and they was terrible, and you lost that spot?
They were terrible?
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
That happened to me one time.
Nah, I've never lost. Like, I feel like only time I've ever lost a spot is probably because I already knew I wasn't finna work there for the longest. Like, I already. One thing about me, I just I don't know. I do good business too. I do really good business. I think that's why a lot of people work with me. That's why I stay booked a lot, because I'm not a difficult person. I'm not a diva. A lot of these motherfuckers out here are divas. You know what I'm saying? I do demand a certain amount of respect, a certain amount of pay. Yeah. If I get that, we good. If we don't, I'm gone. Like, I'm not. Yeah. It's no beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. Like, I'm not a DJ that be running around beefing with people too. You got DJs that be.
I was about to ask you about that too.
What? About what?
Like, is it like I be seeing real DJ beef going on? That shit crazy.
This shit is like high school. I compare the nightlife to high school, especially in Houston. It's very cliquish. It's a who's who, like who's in the popular crowd. It's just super like high schooly, like. So of course it's gonna be beef. It's beef between DJs and promoters, DJs and other DJs. Like, I see it all.
I seen that shit before. I was like, yo,
I see it all.
That's crazy.
I've seen DJs get disrespected while they're DJing from shit I can't even fathom. Like,
yeah, no, that's wild. That's wild as fuck. And I just
crazy.
I'm just like, yo, because I'm not gonna name the two niggas, but I was like, what the fuck?
What?
You know, like they had some beef with each other or whatever, but I heard from somebody else that had got in the middle of their beef.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, that we're not doing that. Because I'm the new nigga on the block.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna have no dirt on the name. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't do that. Because one thing about this business is really built on reputation too. Like,
Facts.
This is a business of word of mouth. People talk. These people talk about, hey, this one's so-and-so difficult to work with. You know what I'm saying? So-and-so always bringing drama. And that is going to affect, like, who books you and who wants to work with you. So definitely try to keep your name as clean and out of the drama as possible.
For sure.
Take your emotions out of this thing, guy. Like, your ego, people put their egos and their emotions in this, and that's when the beef and the animosity starts coming around, because niggas got egos. Niggas get feelings.
Crazy.
The egos in this industry,
crazy. I done seen some of the niggas that's not even on like the huge level think they're like, yeah, bitch ass nigga, I'm way better than you, I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you. It's like
a fine line between wanting to be respected and having an ego. Like, it's a very fine line. Like, I get wanting your respect because we all need to demand our respect, but then there's like this fine line between that and just having like a ridiculous ego for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I done definitely seen it, and I'm like, yo, you're not even the biggest nigga out here, bro. Like, it's like, yo, and then it's like, yo, we DJs, bro. Like, I watch niggas have beef like they motherfucking artists, or they like, you know what I'm like.
No, it be like that. It's weird. And that's why I think another thing with me too, people, like, I'll meet people and they just think I'm like, just like, I guess so accomplished and so successful, but I'm really, really humble, because I don't really ever want to have an ego to where I think I'm better than anybody. Even though I'm not going to lie to you, I think I'm better than a lot of people. I do. I think I'm better than a lot of people, but I'll never have that ego to where it is, because that's when you start getting emotional. When your ego comes in and you start putting your emotions and shit, and now you thinking with your emotions and you're not thinking like a business person.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I do not recommend having too big of an ego in this business, because another thing is you can go from here to here.
I was just about to say it can get snatched away like that. it can get snatched
I
the
seen
hell
it happen
away.
so nastily to people, like the way people just go from up to down, and now they just quiet in the background, sitting down. You don't hear nothing from them no more because their ego shattered.
Yeah.
Their ego shattered. They thought that was the big dog on top, and then somebody else came in. You weren't even expecting it, and now your ego shattered.
Yeah, nah, because I didn't. That's why I always like a lot of people, because I'm more known, unfortunately, for Chef Radio than I am
That's
as
not
being
a
a
bad thing,
DJ.
though. And can I point out, too, that club DJing is not the only route to go.
No.
I think that's a big thing in the city is that everybody's looking at it's like 3 or 4 main clubs in the city. Everybody wants to be in them. Everybody is not a club DJ. That's number one.
Facts.
Everybody is not a party DJ. Everybody cannot do clubs and do parties, and that is okay. You can get paid way more and not being able to ever turn up a party. It's fine. Like, you have to understand your lane. You have to understand your lane. Know your lane, know your brand, and go with that. Like, you have corporate DJs that are getting bags and never touch a club, and they're making way more than club DJs. Like, it's okay to not be Mr. Rogers. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, find your lane. Like, that's why I'm like, Chef Radio, there's nothing like that in the city. Like, you can become the biggest DJ off Chef Radio, and you never have to touch the address. You never have to touch Sakai. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible. Like, you can do that. You can make more money than every DJ in the city and never touch the spots we touch.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to know that. Like, don't think because you're not in the clubs or you're not doing the spots we doing that you're less of a DJ or no. Like, it's different lanes.
For sure.
Different brands for everybody.
For sure. And the reason why I said that is because I actually created Chef Radio for a couple of different reasons, but one of the reasons was to be like, okay, y'all niggas is not giving me the opportunity to DJ. I'm going to do it on my fucking own.
Sure.
And I'm going to create a brand that will be like, okay, now we ain't got no choice but to fuck with this nigga.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I ended up creating it. And I just know that a lot of people be like, number one, they like, Preme, you fucking came up out of nowhere. Like, I just appeared. Yeah. And I get it.
You kind of did, but it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I get it. Now, I was on some, not even on no creepy shit, but I was like in the shadows for like a year watching everybody do their shit. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying, just taking notes and shit. Yeah, for sure. But I'm like, a lot of people be like, bro, I fuck with what you're doing. I just never heard you DJ. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, because I don't fucking get booked like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily mind it. I used to, like, a lot. It used to bother the fuck out of me. And I'm like, because I would get at the address, the playgrounds, the camps and shit like that. But I would do the 4 to 6 when ain't nobody in that bitch.
I used to do it.
And I was like, yo, this is whack.
I used to be the address like 2 to 4 when I first started working there.
I hated it.
I hated it too, but I would do it. Just I remember I was doing like 2 to 4 or something on Saturdays, or 4 to 6, some shit, and there was nobody in there. And I'm like, when am I ever gonna get the prime time?
Exactly. You know That's how I used to feel all the time. And that boy Terry Love, shout out Terry Love, he was like,
shout out Terry. Terry was one of the first people to book me out of town. Shout out my boy Terry.
Yeah, he was like, dog, don't look at it like that. He said, you DJ'd at the same spots these other people did. You may have not gotten the same pay, but you still in that motherfucker. He said the only difference is it was just more people in there at they time. I was like, I know that's what I want though. You know what I'm saying?
Realize though, a lot of people who are in these positions that people want, they're willing to do things that you might not be willing to do. Like they're willing to kiss a lot of asses that you might not be willing to kiss. So of course they're gonna get. They're gonna get. I mean, I wish that people could just be a fly on the wall to see some of the shit I see or like witness some of the shit I witness. I'm like, you got people that are more desperate than passionate about this shit. Like you seem very passionate about what you do.
Absolutely.
And then you got some people that are just desperate. They probably had a little passion too, but it's more out of desperation. Yeah. So they out here just doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Taking anything. Like you don't know what people had to do to get to where they are. So don't always like envy what they have, because you don't know what they had to do to get there.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of like I doubted back and was like, I'm gonna just keep doing what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah,
my
go with your move for
you
sure.
Know what I'm saying? But if I like, I DJ'd that crew yesterday. Was like, okay, cool. That was
shout out to crew with my people. I love crew.
For sure. And that was my first time. Shit, that was my first time DJing outside of my house in a long ass time, and I was like, yeah, that felt kind of good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was cool. Yeah. And but I really got to a point where I was like, yo, I don't even really give a fuck about the clubs no more. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want you to give a fuck about the clubs. If it comes, it comes. Take advantage of it if it comes, and do your biggest one. But if it doesn't, continue on with your brand, because a lot of people are DJing in clubs. They don't have a brand. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have a brand, so we don't even care who you are, know who you are. Like you have people that I'll be like that are at the address even, and I'm like, why? How are you booked here? Like you know what I'm saying? Like. No, I'm being dead ass.
No, because I didn't
being
see
serious.
it. I didn't see it because
And not even just off like talent, just off the fact of lack of, you don't even, I don't know. It's like I feel like you're not as, like you don't really deserve to be. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me.
no, I get it
Like,
because I didn't had before I DJ'd at Atomic Bottle, they asked me, I fucking hated this. They were like, how many followers you got? Bitch ass nigga,
No,
that
they
don't
didn't.
matter.
They didn't ask you
fucking,
that. They didn't ask you that.
They definitely asked
They
me
didn't
that.
ask you that.
They definitely asked me that. And I was like, but that's not the only place that didn't ask me that either. And it's like, yo, I just told
so
you,
crazy.
but because I will go in a place and I'll be like, hey, I'm new to the city. I'm from Kansas City. I'm not looking for a job. I'm just looking for an opportunity. If you fuck with me, bring me back. If you don't, you ain't never got to hear from me again.
How
They'd be
many
like,
followers you have? That is crazy.
and I was like, and they'd be like, okay, how many followers you got? And I'm like, wait, I just told you I'm not from here.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if I got 1, 2, 10, 12, or a million. I can't bring you not one soul because I just told you I ain't from here.
But it's people with a lot of followers that cannot bring people to the club.
That's true.
Like, I don't think people realize that.
And then I think this is like 2020, 2021, I would go outside and I don't know I didn't know none of the DJs like that besides like the big names, Ari, I think IQ at the time, Justo, like I didn't know some of the smaller DJs or like the mid-level DJs as far as like popularity. And I would go out and I'm listening and I'm like, I gotta be better. I know, not even trying to shit on niggas. I'm like, I gotta be better than this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, but I can't get booked there.
No, it's not about talent for real. It's about, if it was solely about talent, a lot of people wouldn't be booked. It's not always just about it. Like talent's like you just got to be able to do the bare minimum. Like play the right shit. It's a lot. It's about more than that. It's about more than being able to be the best DJ. I had to learn that. I used to think because I thought I was better than a lot of people that I automatically need to be in certain spots too because I feel like I'm a better DJ, but it's not about that. I had to learn that the hard way. It's not.
Yeah.
It's about doing, like I said earlier, doing good business. A brand. It is. I don't think
sure.
followers should matter. I think more of a brand should matter. Like
Yeah.
more of a recognizable brand, even if it's not where you want it to be at, like building a brand. Like I think that's more important than followers because I don't feel like followers equivalent to bringing people out. I just don't. I haven't really seen it.
I don't believe so either. And that shit.
Because we don't even know if all them followers be real. So how, like.
And they don't be.
That's why I'm like, they might be and then they might not. We don't know for sure. That's
like,
my thing. Like
I just seen some niggas and I'm like, oh, your shit is not real. I done watched the nigga.
That's why I'm like, that's weird to me
like,
that they would ask you for followers. Like like
what? And then it's weird that you.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
It's weird that you asked that, but then it's also weird on top of that you asked me after I told you I ain't from here.
Right. So I'm already telling you, like, I'm looking for. If I had, first of all, if I had followers, I wouldn't even need to be. If you think followers are what they are, I wouldn't even need to be in this position. But there are people with a lot of followers who. Listen. You got people with lots and lots of followers who are asking people with 2,000 followers for gigs.
For sure.
You got people with 2,000 followers that are booked 7 days out of the week. You got people with over 50K followers that are booked 3 times a week. I don't know where this. I blame the internet.
I will say too, like, Houston is one place you can fucking DJ every day here.
I have been DJing 6-7 days a week since I started.
So now I think it's like 2 months ago. I did a private gig and I did 2 club spots after my private gig. That's one day. Now I know some of y'all be out here, especially like Labor Day weekend and shit. Like y'all be out here all day, all night, every fucking day.
I used to be like that, but I'm not no more.
I did that shit one day. I was like, yo, I got to the 3rd spot. I'm like, bro, I'm ready to fucking go home.
It be like that. So when I first started DJing and I was trying to get my name out there, I was working at Live Oak. I was working everywhere. I remember it was a Labor Day weekend or a holiday weekend. I probably was booked like 6 spots Friday, Saturday, each day.
Fuck no.
Wearing myself low. Like, and then this is another thing. I'm getting paid, like, you know, you getting the money and all that, but I'm exhausting myself by the time I get to the 3rd or 4th gig, I don't even want to be there.
I don't even want to be there.
So I'm at the point in my career where 3 spots is the max I'm going to do a day. And also I'm at the point too where I'm getting paid way more I don't have to do a lot of gigs. I could do 2-3 gigs and make my minimum that I'm trying to make and be good. You know what I'm saying? But back then I was working 6-7 gigs a day because that was equivalent to what I'm making now doing half the work. So that's another thing. But I don't overwork myself no more because I'm gonna get to that last spot and I'm not gonna even give you the energy that you need because I'm ready to go home. I'm not impressed with niggas doing 5-6 gigs a day because you're weighing yourself low and I feel like you can't even be creative anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get in there and you just at this point, about a 5th gig, you just pressing button because you're ready to go home.
Facts.
You know, but I love this. This is dope because DJs, we be needing a little shine, a little time to voice our opinions before we can get on the mic and start voicing the club. Then they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. And like I was about to say with the DJing all the time, I ain't gonna lie. I asked a couple DJs. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I thought I was like, I want to do this shit. Like, I do, of course. But like, damn, I did this shit one day. I was like,
you get used to it though. I feel like 3-4 gigs a day. That's like the max. Like you don't need to do more than that. Anything more than that, you forcing it.
I got to that third gig and I was like, I ain't even pull my fucking mic out.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
you over it. I'm like, I'm done. Well, like, this is too much. People don't realize how much energy we're giving and how exhausting that can be. People look at us and think, oh, they in the club. Like they have, because I think people with real jobs, they got to go sit in front of the desk and answer phones and stuff. So they like, that's a job. Like, you know.
They don't look at us like it's a job.
They think we out partying and having the time of our lives.
We just pressing buttons.
No, I am working. I'm giving y'all energy that I might not even have. Like, you don't know what I'm going through, what I left the house coming from dealing with, that I have to come in here and put on a smile and give you the best.
Deal with your drunk ass.
Deal with your drunk ass and your drunk requests that don't go with the vibe. And you all up in my face sweating, leaning on me, breath hot as hell. Like, y'all don't understand the shit we be having to deal with, bro. Like, and we have to come in here and give you all of our energy just for you to not even really respect it most of the fucking time.
Facts.
Shout out to the people that come up and tell the DJ, you know, you killing it, and then give us our flowers because we really appreciate that. I don't think people realize how much we appreciate
for
that.
real.
Like,
for real. Shout out Irv got it. I just seen on his IG, he said that yesterday, I think he might have been at Nomad. My bad, Irv got it. But I think he was at Nomad the night before, and then he went to Domain, and the girls was like, they follow him on IG, I guess, and they went to Domain.
Yeah, that's the best feeling.
And they was like, we came to Domain because of you, because you killed it last night at Nomad.
That's a great feeling.
That's a great ass feeling.
People don't understand that. Like, that type of shit mean a lot to us because we really are people who really love what we do. Like, we're not doing this dealing with y'all BS because it's dealing with it. It's cool. Like, we love this shit, for real.
Facts. Talk to me about promoters, man. Like, how you if you fuck with them, if you don't, how you get in? Because I know you with the in crowd. You told me last night you was doing Sakasso, our selective group, right?
That is in crowd and Keith and selective group.
Okay.
It's a couple of them.
Okay, I didn't know they like collab and shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think this is like the first time they all collabing for real. But promoters. I have a love-hate relationship with promoters. I love the promoters that I work with. I'll say that.
Okay.
The promoters that I personally work with, if you know me, you watch my journey, I have worked with the same people. I'm one of those DJs that I've been with InCrowd for 2-3 years almost. Like, I don't hop around looking for who's the hottest. I'm not that DJ. I'm not like, luckily I've gotten in with hot spots, but I'm not the DJ that's running around like just trying to be with the hottest people. Like, I'm more so trying to be with the loyal and like the loyal people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Lil Keith. Since I've met Lil Keith, I've been working with Lil Keith. Since I've met InCrowd, I've been working with InCrowd. Since I've been at the address, I've been working with the address. I say that to say, like, I'm not hopping in a group, working with them for a couple months a year, and then I'm gone. Yeah. Or they kicking me out. Yeah. I'm not working with people like that. It's a lot of promoters in here that don't respect their DJs. Like, the people I work with them because they respect me and they understand my value, and then vice versa. I understand their value, and I'm with them when times are great, and I'm with them when times are down. Like, I'm not switching on a promoter because they not at the hottest spot no more. Yeah. To be honest with you, like, I don't know. It's certain promoters I don't like working with, and you don't see me working with them because I don't like working with them. I've worked with every promoter in the city. Like, every group you can name, I've worked with them. So if I'm not working with them, it's a reason. So
how was you able to get tapped in with, like, for instance, like the in crowd? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've
been knowing Will and Dre and them. First of all, me and Will, we Mo City people. I've been knowing Will since high school. Will used to come to my house in Mo City and be like, we need to throw pool parties at y'all. My parents had a pool in the backyard, and we was like 18. He talking about we need to throw pool parties at y'all. Like, this nigga Will been promoting since promoting was a thing. Like, he's a natural born promoter.
Yeah, I done seen like most of the DJs that are working with promoters kind of came up with them, whether it was like, you know.
Well, what's funny is I worked with them, and then Will kind of was doing his own thing, and they had, like, I think Tat Tat, when Tat Tat was still DJing. Shout out Tat Tat. They had, when they really started kicking off, I wasn't even working with them when they really started. I think McDaniels might have been working with them too. I wasn't really working with them when they really started getting known in the city.
Okay.
I came back and worked with them when Dre, shout out my boy Dre and Reggie, they started working with In Crowd because they were doing like kickbacks and stuff. And then I started working with them, and I don't know, it's just like we all from the same area too though. That is a big thing. But even like, well, I don't know if you know Lil Keith. He oh, you don't know Lil Keith? Oh man, shout out my boy Lil Keith. He's a big staple in the city, but Keith is also like super humble and low key. So you probably would, if you know him, it's because you just know the nightlife like that.
Okay.
But he's a big name. Like he's definitely a somebody. But he's another one. Like I didn't know Lil Keith at all, and he heard me DJ one day at Live Oak, and he was like, "Oh, you better than most of these niggas out here."
So here was my problem. When I first got out here, what I would do is this how I found out about a lot of clubs, DJs, all this other shit. So the first person I looked up and how I found him was DJ Airy. So I found her by looking up hashtag Houston DJ. So found her. What I did was I followed her, and I went to her following, typed in DJ. Yeah. Every DJ she was following, followed them all. So all these, now I'm following like 100 plus DJs. So anytime that they would post a flyer,
you looking for the promoters.
I'm looking for the promoters. I'm looking for the spots.
Right.
So I would write a promoter down, write the spot down. And I will go to these spots and be like, hey, do my little spiel. Like, I'm just looking for opportunity, blah, blase, blase. They would always tell me, well, we have promoters. We have promoters. And I'm like, okay, cool. So after I found out who the promoter was, or if I knew who the promotion team is,
right,
I'm like, okay, who's the person behind it?
Right.
I was never able to find out, okay, who's over Selected Group? Who's over In Crowd? Who's over Goodfellas? Who's over all of these other promotion teams? And it's like, it feels like these are like niggas in the shadows. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know the name of the promotion team.
Right.
You know that
you don't know who's the
I just
running
don't know
the show,
who's running it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I was never able to be like, oh, let me go up to so-and-so or find out who, John Doe or Jane Doe or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was never able to do that. So it was like, bro, how the fuck am I going to get tapped in with these fucking promoters? You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm going to be honest with you. This is a game of who you know. Because when I got into Live Oak, I got into that. Shout out Cooley. I knew Cooley from just back in the day, and she was cool. Her cousin, or I don't know if Chris, shout out my girl Crystal. I don't know if Crystal's her cousin, whatever. But anyways, her people worked at Live Oak, and that's how I got in Live Oak. And when I got in Live Oak, I took over Live Oak. Like I was working everything that Live Oak had to offer, and that's when Live Oak was at its peak. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was hot. Everybody was in the city was coming through there, so I was getting a lot of attention because it was just right time, right place for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Live Oak, shout out to Live Oak, because I don't think people realize how much that made me who I am. Like, everybody, like Goodfellas was coming through Live Oak, Lil Keys, Celeb said, shout out my boy said, everybody was coming through. Sterling, Fly Guy Houston, my boy, like Sterling has done a lot for me too. All these people were coming through. Huh?
I got a story about him. Go ahead.
I love Sterling. I don't care what anybody has to say about Sterling. People have I love him. Okay, he's done a lot for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all these people were coming through that at the time, so I got to. And then this is a time too where female DJs weren't closing. Female DJs were DJing, but they were not closing sets. So yeah, you might see one or two, but they were not primetime DJs. And so to see me back there doing primetime, that's why I got a lot of recognition. I just came at a good time. At a good time.
Was Houston like did Houston switch pre-pandemic to post-pandemic?
Yes, it was very different. After the pandemic, we went crazy. I started DJing a year or two before the pandemic. I started DJing in 2017. Pandemic happened in 2019. 2019, everything changed because we were the only city open. You know that. Like, we were the only thing open. So, we got a lot of new DJs even. Like, all the DJs came migrating towards it. They like, oh, shit, y'all niggas working. Like, let me move there and try to get some work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it just, shit definitely changed. I came at a good time, and I'm grateful for that. I came at a good time. Shout out to all the lady DJs.
For sure. So, Sterling, Fly Guy Houston.
My boy.
I ain't got nothing against him, bro. I actually found him on IG, same way I found Ari. Noticed that he was doing a lot of promotion and shit like that. I was looking for that man for 3 years.
He probably was right up under your nose. That's the thing.
So what's the craziest part? My homie from KC, he came down this past New Year. Yeah. And I was like, hey, let's go to the basement. Now I was like, it's James Harden spot. I've never been. Yeah. Let's just go. And we in line. Niggas. Okay, so they said it was supposed to open at 9.
Yeah, niggas.
So we get there at 10:30. The motherfucker is not even open.
Of course.
I was like, y'all supposed to be open at 9.
Yeah.
So we get in line, and I look, and I said, that's motherfucking Fly Guy Houston right there. So I walk up to him, tapped him, I was like, hey, you Fly Guy Houston? He turns around, he says, oh, yeah, do I owe you some money? And I was like, no, bro. You don't even know who I am,
Sterling
bro.
is funny.
I was like, you don't even know who I am, bro. I was like, I'm DJ Preme.
Yeah.
I'm from out of town, bro. But I've been seeing you doing a lot of promo shit and all this other shit, and I just wanted to work with you, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, take my number, blase. Unfortunately, we never got to work, but he let me in the basement that night for free. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay, this is
yeah, no, me and my homie went down there. Fucking bottle girls was still in their regular clothes, having a meeting and
Welcome to Houston.
some old shit. I was like, yeah, I thought we was getting here a little later, you know what I'm saying, in the day or whatever, because we was gonna try to stay there. We're probably gonna leave a little bit before midnight or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got in there. We was like, yeah, we dumb early.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, yo, these motherfuckers said they were opening at 9. I was like, yeah.
Welcome to Houston.
Nigga time.
The home of bullshit.
Speaking of that, the nightlife, I call it the Flex Show.
Okay.
What you think about the Flex Show? Because I ain't gonna lie. Coming from
As
a
far
city.
as like what do you mean?
So coming from a city, Missouri, where I've never seen a regular nigga with a motherfucking bust down on, a regular nigga driving a Rolls Royce or Lambo. Now, don't get me wrong. I get now that some niggas ain't really got it like that. They faking it.
Okay, I was gonna make that point. But.
Yeah, I get it. But coming from a different city that you don't see that at all,
right.
It's like I came out here like, yo, this is fucking crazy.
Well, people gotta understand, Houston is a big city. It's a lot of opportunity. It's not just like, you know what I'm saying? We got doctors, lawyers, like we got a lot of people out here making moves, businessmen, like so it's people out here with money, but it also is like especially after 2019, after the pandemic, the scamming took over. Like we had scammers and shit, but the scam after 2019, PPP loans and shit. Like nigga, I'm serious. Like
I know
niggas went ham. Like niggas went crazy, and then a lot of things too is people was moving here. Like niggas from other city, Detroit scammers move here. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. These niggas moved. So a lot of these niggas with chains probably not even from Houston. Like these niggas from Detroit, iced out. Like Chicago, iced out. Like Houston is a funny city like that. Like. A lot of these niggas ain't got money, but they in the club. Like they got connections though. Niggas might not have no bread, but niggas got connections, so they could get in the club. I don't know. This city is weird. I hate it. You ain't gonna never see me. I don't do none of that. That shit is weird to me. Like I don't know. I feel like we grown. Like what is you trying to impress?
That's my
other niggas
biggest
like,
fucking question.
Like why you want niggas to know you got $100,000 in the bank like that? Like.
Okay, so
this is the home of the scammers and the robbers, nigga. Like niggas is robbing niggas. I'm so confused.
That viral video of all them niggas in space.
Oh yeah. I think now I am to that type of stuff. I'm for it because I like bullshit like that. Because as a DJ, I feel like it's lit. I feel like that type of bullshit is funny. But also,
what?
I don't have nothing to do with me. If you want to waste all your money like that has nothing to do with me.
I'm just like I looked at that when I looked at that shit. Shout out Macho, he was there.
Yeah. I see him in red in the background.
Yeah, Macho out here pouring somebody else's shit out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Crazy.
But I'm like, yo, you spent all this bread on all these bottles just to pour them hoes out.
But you gotta think a lot of these niggas, that's probably not even their money. They scamming. Like this is not. And then people gotta understand sometimes they be the owners doing that shit and this is their shit, so they could do it. Like they not really paying for it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's fugazi. Like it's a show. Like you said, the Flex Show. It's a show. It's a show though. It's meant to be a show. It's meant to be entertainment. When you go to the nightclubs, you're supposed to be entertained. Like it's an entertainment business. Yeah. And people got to remember that. So if you're upset because people are like doing bullshit or doing shit for attention, I mean, it's the business. It's the entertainment business.
For sure. I get it. I'm gonna ask you one more question before we get out of here. But before that, do you have anything that you want to say or like ask me or anything like that? Sometimes people want to ask me questions. I get it. I'll take it. But not like anything you want to say.
Nah, man. Just respect your DJs. If you book a DJ, pay them what you say you're gonna pay them, and pay them when you say you're gonna pay them. And if you can't, please communicate. We're all people. We understand how life happens and things goes. Dodging niggas when niggas is hitting you up for money is the weakest thing you can do. Because now you look like a peon to me because you can't even let me know, hey, I'm got you. I'm gonna get you. Give me 2-3 days. It's very simple. Like. Pay your DJs, respect your DJs. If at the most have a water and a fucking Red Bull sitting there waiting for your DJ, like y'all, something respect us.
That was my biggest thing with the entertainment shit. It's like, bro, you could have just been like, hey, Preme, I ain't even got it, bro.
It'd be $200. Y'all be running around the town not want to pay niggas for $200. Shout out to Views Bar. Y'all still owe me money. Like, that shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. Like, niggas is nah.
Views, y'all better pay her.
I ain't even tripping on it. I'm like, obviously you needed more than I needed, so fuck it. I'm not even tripping on it. I'm booked regardless, babe. I'm booked regardless.
She said, obviously y'all needed it more
I'm booked regardless, babe.
That's funny. Yeah, nah. Like, that's my biggest thing with club owners or promoters or whatever. Out here, it seems like everybody want to be the boss, but they don't want to do the boss shit.
Egos.
I just don't get that.
Egos. Everybody thinks this is like Atlanta Junior. Everybody thinks they're a celebrity. It's like Atlanta, but without the fame for real. Like, at least niggas in Atlanta's on reality shows and actually getting some type of fame. Niggas in Houston is popular in the club and think they celebrities. Niggas do not know you outside of the club and you think you like, I don't know, shit is weird. It's home of the fake ass celebrities. I love it though. It pays my bills. I'm an egg on all the bullshit every time.
Yeah, no, man, it's just a lot of shit that.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
I'm gonna be honest, cause just going through a lot of the shit that I've been through just here in the last 3 years alone. Cause I moved out here January of 2020, like New Year.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. And just going through a lot of shit, I was like, yo, I think about maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, I was like, all right, I'm just done with this shit.
Yeah.
So
it be like that. You want to be like, fuck it, I'm finna go to school and get a nursing degree around this motherfucker.
Like, I was like, yo, if I'm a DJ, I'm a DJ, but it's gonna be on my terms, my pay, all of this. So, like, if I'm a DJ, I'm not taking nothing less. Don't hit my line on no bullshit.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. I started treating it how I treat Chef Radio.
Yeah.
Like, I let people know, like, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. Cool. And I started doing it the same way, with DJing. I said, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. If I don't get the spot, okay.
That's how you have to look at it. That's how I am. I don't take it personal. When I've been taken off spots by people like some of the biggest promoters in the city, I've taken myself off spots. I don't take none of it personal because I'm very a firm believer and I'm gonna be where I'm supposed to be. I'm gonna work with the people I'm supposed to work with, and it's worked out for me thus far. So I don't look at it like, oh, if I'm not, they don't call me to do this. Okay, like it's too much money out here. I don't care.
Facts. Yeah, I got somebody that hit me up 3 weeks ago and was like, hey, we need you to DJ. This motherfucker said we need you to DJ from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. I was like, I minimum need $1,000.
I was about to say $1,500, big brother. Like,
I said minimum.
Like
I was gonna say 15.
Yeah.
But minimum, nigga, you bet. I pull up for it. I probably would have if
1,000. Yeah.
I probably would have did it for 1,000. But I really want the 15. But I'm like, nigga, that's a wedding right there. So they go, because this was one of my homie spots, and he was trying to put me on because he was gonna be out of town, and I was like, yeah, I can do it, bro. But what they asked him, he was like, because he told me it was gonna be 9 to 2, and then I talked to the person, the promoter or whoever the fuck it was. He was like, no, we want you from 6 to 2, and I was like, all right, this is what the price is. He was like, oh, well, we wasn't really trying to pay this.
Okay,
pay
well,
that. I was like, oh, okay. All right, cool.
Good luck on all your endeavors.
Type shit. Because he was like, he said, yeah, we know this DJ, we was gonna work with him and this and then and this and that. And what he tried to make it seem like is that nigga was gonna do it for free. He wasn't gonna do it for free.
If he was, congrats. I'm not.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And he was like, well, we don't really know you. I was like, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Whether you know me or not, I'm telling you this is what the price is, and this was, what I'm saying, or whatever. Yeah. So he was like, all right, we're just probably gonna go in a different direction. All right, cool. So he hangs up. He calls the other DJ. He was like, I guess he's like, yo, we need a DJ, but your homie asking for too much money. Yeah. And he's like, well, what did you tell him? He was like, well, we need it from 6 to 2. He was like, nigga, I would have said the same shit.
Like what?
So
y'all tripping.
The DJ calls me back. He's like, yo, they really actually want you from 9 to 2. But they only gonna pay you $50 an hour. I was like, no, I'm not doing that either. Yeah. So I was like, yo, this is the price. Yeah. Either you're gonna pay it or I'm not showing up. Yeah. And it was like, all right, cool. So the dude calls me back. He's like, yo, so we want you from 9 to 2. I was like, okay, here's the price. Yeah. He was like, well, here's the price. Yeah. Either you're gonna pay it or you're not. Yeah. You didn't want to pay it. Yeah. I didn't show up.
Yeah. Fuck it.
It is what it is.
It be like that though. You gotta. I mean, it all depends on what you feel like you're worth. If you feel like you're worth $25 an hour, then that's what you're gonna be looked at as. I'm serious. Like I'm not worth $25 an hour. I'm not worth 50, and I'm not worth 100. But I feel like if that's how you feel what you worth, then
you ever
praises be to God.
I know I said I had one more question, but
no, go ahead.
Go ahead. Did you ever feel uncomfortable with having a certain price? Like, were you ever like, damn, I don't know if they're really gonna pay me this?
Oh, this is another thing I did. I'm glad we brought that up. Shout out to Dave from the Heist. Shout out to the whole Heist Agency family. So the Heist Agency is a like a management company kind of, and I'm assigned to the Heist Agency. Okay. Rogers is one of the it's me, Rogers. I don't know if you know DJ Shantae. DJ Shantae, she's a female DJ. Okay. DJ Shantae, Vanilla Trill, you know Vanilla Trill. We all under the Heist Agency. It's a couple of us. And Dave is like that person. Like when I'm scared to ask for a certain number, Dave is he's the owner of the Heist Agency. He's like manages us. Like so, Dave is like our manager, but he's more of a manager as far as like branding. And if you're scared to ask for a certain number, call Dave because he's gonna ask for that times 2. So like no, seriously, I've gotten the most money I've ever got working with Dave. Shout out to Dave Heist Agency. Go look him up when I leave here. You're gonna be like, oh shit. But yeah. When I'm scared to ask for certain numbers, I go to Dave. And he, of course, he gets a percentage, but he's going to ask for, I'm going to get more than I could ever thought that I could get. I got my first 10 bands working with Dave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man's a monster. So, if you're scared to ask for certain, gets maybe like a manager, somebody who's not afraid. Because I am. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'll be like, I know I'm worth this, but I don't know if that's in their budget or, you know, I don't know how they're going to feel about that. So now it's gotten to the point where I'm like, Dave done pumped my head so much. I'm like, if they don't want to pay it, then they don't want to pay it. Like,
that's how I feel.
But that man, I fuck with Dave. He gonna ask for that number.
I used to be like, oh, I don't know if they gonna really pay me like this, so let me go down on my price or some shit like that.
Not, outside of that, ask for them numbers because they got it.
Oh, the private events. Here's my
corporate
price.
events. Yeah, they're gonna pay it.
Boom.
Yeah, they respect the DJs.
I remember I had this lady because I do Uber sometimes, and I remember I had this lady. I was taking her and her friend to a restaurant, and we had a conversation. I was like, "Yeah, I'm a DJ." She was like, "Oh, my son, he's turning so and so, and we were looking for a DJ." And I was like, "Okay, cool. How many hours?" You know what I'm saying? We were talking about it, and I'm not dumb. I see where they was going, and I seen where I picked them up. You got fucking money. Yeah. Okay. So I was like, all right. So they was like, yeah, we need you for this amount of hours. You know, I was like, you have a budget? She was like, not really. What are you looking for? I gave her a high ass price. She was like, yeah, I think that's fine. We can work that out. And I was like, cool. And I did the shit. I was like, yo, this is they're crazy. I was like, yo.
They have it. The numbers, the things I've been paid for the time that I've done. I'll probably do an hour in to get like 2 bands from certain people, like just depending on what it is. Like, it just shows me how much money is in this business. But also, I don't know, it's just different. Club culture and, you know, corporate culture is just different. And branded culture.
I think the craziest gig that I did was actually a on-call gig. This guy, he found me on Instagram under like Houston DJ or some shit.
I know that hashtag shit worked. That's funny.
Yeah, no, like it really worked.
I know that.
The guy, because I have my phone number on my Instagram for that reason. So he calls me. He's like, "Hey, this DJ Preme." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Are you free tonight to DJ?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." So it's a house party out in Missouri City. Blase, this and that. He's like, "Okay, what are you willing to do?" And I was like, what's your budget? And he's like, our budget is open. And I was like, whatever you want. Yeah. Gave him a high ass price. I was like, all right, cool. So I went out there and did it. This man, he gives me, he cash at me half of it. Then the other half, I was like, yo, I'll get it when I'm done. So I don't do that anymore. Yeah. I need the other half when I get there. So when I'm done, I pack up everything I'm about to leave, but he's going to give me the rest in cash. He takes me to his, like this room that he has. It's not a bedroom, but it's like some, because his house is huge. It's a fucking mansion party. So he takes me to this room, goes into the bathroom. He opens this fucking drawer, and I kid you not, it's stacks of $100 bills. And I was like, where the fuck am I at?
Right, yeah.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
Batman's lair?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's going on? So he only owed me, I think, like maybe about $1,000. He gave me like $2,500. Yeah. I was like, yo, you gave me a little too much. Yeah. But he was like, nah, bro.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
He was like, no, bro, it's your tip.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, hey, I'm not even trying to be on your business, bro. What the fuck do you do?
No.
And he was like, no, I'm a project manager. I was like,
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Got it. That makes sense.
Get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Hell yeah. So my last question to you. I ask everybody this question that comes on the show because I'm really intrigued about it. CeeWatts, I know you're a DJ, but I know that there's probably more above CeeWatts the DJ. So, is there anything that you want to do or that you've done, not that you've done, that you're going to do, and you're going to come back to Houston and do something for the city? You plan on doing something for the city?
What do you mean?
Like maybe give back, do certain things for the city.
I definitely want to do that. I want to be more get into my philanthropy bag. Okay. I feel like I need to give back more. I notice a lot of people that I look up to are philanthropists. A lot of people that I look up to in this business are always giving back. So that's definitely something I want to do. I got to figure out how to do it in my own way. It's probably gonna be something for women, most likely.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna reach my hand out to women all the time, and I'm not one of them women that feel like I want to be the only woman. Like I want, I want it to be more women. Yeah. Because a lot of these niggas suck. So I want it to be more women involved, doing what these men are doing and doing it better. So I definitely want to give back to the female DJs because there's a lot of us coming out of nowhere. Like I be meeting so many women, like they be coming to me like, I'm DJ so and so, and I always been watching you, and I'm like, girl, you be watching little old me, like they be so inspired by me. Yeah. I'm like, girl, I'm struggling, but I'm trying to figure the fuck out. Yeah. Like
I'm on the same type.
I'm still trying to figure it out, girl. But they be, I'm like, so I definitely want to do. Shout out to that's why I be trying to put on the other ladies. Like we got to stick together. We got to stick together in this business. But yeah, I want to do something like that. If I ever do, it's gonna. Sorry guys, it's gonna be for the ladies.
No, I feel it, and I really fuck with that. How people may come up to you and
they do, yeah.
Do certain things like that. I
get DMs, all that. People, I get it from men too. I get it from men. They be like, man, I've been watching your journey. Like you inspire me and stuff. It means a lot to me because people don't know, what I deal with. I don't ever show it. I don't get emotional. I don't get in my feelings, so people don't really know what I deal with. So just to get the recognition. Like that means a lot to me.
I feel that because I'm on the same way when I do Chef Radio. So I'll go out and do like what I call Chef's Catering, where I will go to a spot, open mic or something like that, and I'll interview artists. And people will sometimes people will notice me and be like, "Yo, I don't know your name, but you do Chef Radio," yeah. And it's like, damn. Yeah, you watching
a brand. It's a brand. That's why I'm telling you, like, fuck all the politics in the club and shit. Like, dude, work on your brand. Like go full throttle with your brand because not to bring up DJ Academics, I don't know if he's a real DJ, but I mean even just take him for example. Like niggas never heard this nigga spend nothing, but he has a brand. He has a brand that people say what you want about, but they respect at the end of the day. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So go with your move, go with your brand,
and that's the
biggest thing. You do not have to be the hottest club DJ to be successful. I need every DJ that is listening to me to know you do not have to be the hottest club DJ to be successful. There are so many lanes. This is such a big business. You know what I'm saying? Find your niche and hone in on it, and the opportunity's gonna flow.
That's fast.
All the opportunities you ever wanted, you ain't gonna want to do them no more. They're gonna start coming. You're gonna be like, I ain't even got time for that no more. Like, never mind, nah. Don't even worry about it, nah.
Yeah, I just personally, I never want to turn into academics. Oh my God.
No, I don't think you will.
Nah.
Like that's a different level of corny. But like I'm like, I don't care. That's a different level of corny. But nah, I think you have a great brand, like a great thing you working on, and I'm excited to see it grow. I feel like it's growing already. Like from when I first seen it, and from Stacks first told me about it. I feel like it's growing. He was like, see why? He would text me every other week and be like, "Did you hit up my homeboy? Did you?" I'm like, Stacks, you know me. I'm busy and I'm kind of scatterbrained, so I'm like,
no, it's all good.
Yeah, I be like all over the place, but I'm like, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna do it because I would see the clips. I'm like, damn, that's lit. I want to do that, but I just had to find time.
It's all good. It's all good. Shout out Stacks.
Shout out my boy Stacks, man. Mr. Make It Happen.
For sure. But something that I want to do on the side is like I want to go back home. I do want Chef Radio to be like the biggest thing ever, but I don't want to ever forget why I did this.
Right.
So I started this, and it will always be like this. It's
Yes.
for artists, DJs, producers, anybody that is in the industry, want to be in the industry. Tell your fucking story.
Yes.
Tell who you are. Get your name out there. But I want to do this in different cities too. So I want to create a Chef Radio in.
You need to do with South by Southwest coming. You need to go to Austin. You could probably get a lot of do a lot of shit. You need to start hitting these festivals and just setting up shop and interviewing the DJs at the festivals and shit like that. That's
what I'm trying. I'm trying to be on. You know what I'm saying? Now even out here, like I want to. Because I know to build your brand too and to kind of get the clout, I need to interview maybe some people that are higher ups.
Right.
So your celebrities and shit like that. I try to.
It'll come though. I'm telling you, it'll come.
It's funny because I said that I interview Lil Boosie.
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So but it was crazy. It's the most viewed video on my fucking channel, and it's only 1 minute and 40 seconds long.
A win is a win.
And I didn't interview this man. I literally walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, Boosie, can I get an interview?" He stares me down. He's like, and he looks at his bodyguard. His bodyguard's like, "No, you gotta pay for the interviews." And I was like, "Boosie, let me just get one question."
Yeah.
And he's like, and the bodyguard's like, "Bro, I said you gotta pay for the interviews." And Boosie's just like, he looked at me. He was like,
"I'm crying."
And I was like, "Boosie, I can't." And then his bodyguard was like, "Bro, move." So I walked away, but as I'm walking away, I didn't know my mic was still on. Yeah. And my photographer was like, "You get the interview?" I was like, "Hell no, I want to pay for that shit." And you can hear me in the mic say that shit. But nah, what's crazy is that nigga never talked to me. Yeah. He damn near didn't acknowledge me, but it's the most fucking viewed video on my channel.
That's very funny. People are funny.
I'm like,
and then what they choose to indulge in.
That's. I'm like, yo, that's all it takes. Let me go fucking get my fucking money bag, yo, to just look at me.
Like just follow these niggas and get like a snippet and like.
That's it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So for sure, but no, I want to go home, create a. You ever seen the new A-Leaf Community Center?
No, I haven't yet. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's fucking multi-billion-dollar center or whatever. But I want to create like a community center or whatever. But I want it to be music based. Yeah. So I want all artists, DJs, producers, publicists, managers, anybody that want to start or that are already doing it. You know what I'm saying? You can come to this place and learn. You can keep doing it. I have like 100 studios in there for artists to, do their thing. But I really want to work on helping build people and then also putting them in positions. So like if you made it up to the 5th floor, which is where we start putting you on labels and shit like that, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you for coming on the show. Go ahead and shout yourself out. Tell everybody where they can find you, all that.
It's your girl. You know the vibes. CeeWatts, DJ, CeeWatts on Twitter, Instagram, all that. Find me in the clubs. Find me on the road. I'm outside.
For sure. And if she come to your city while they doing the Kin to Man tour,
book your girl.
Make sure, book her. Pull the fuck up to the show. All that. Show some love. Show some support. You already know Dessert Mix up next. Keep it locked. It's the hottest. It's the biggest DJ Preme. DJ CeeWatts. It is Chef Radio.